This is the Cliff Yates Show. Personal growth, motivation, inspiration, and philosophies for a great life.
Hey everybody, this is the Cliff Yates Show, and you are, as always, in the right place. And today we're talking about NFTs and blockchain terminology, technology. This is the basics, and maybe even a little bit below the basics. And why? Because listen, I'm just learning myself, and as always, I take my learning and I share it with you, but it's something we need to start looking at. We should spend some time in learning about NFTs and blockchain technology because it is the future. You can go back to when computers, the internet was just starting to come in and people had websites and people said, wow, that's a fad. That's not going to last. And look where we are today. So back then, websites, the internet, it's a fad. NFTs, blockchain technology, not a fad either. In the future, and NFT stands for Non-Fungible Tokens. It's going to be a way for us to deal with digital items so that they can be verifiable, and basically it will be impossible or almost impossible to hack, manipulate, or mess with. So if you have something that has been converted to an NFT, you can be sure that it's the actual verifiable original. And so non-fungible tokens, that's what an NFT is. And what that is, that's either digital items or it's actually tangible items that have been converted into a digital format. Now, I took some notes on these NFTs because I'm just learning. And will this really affect us in the next year, 2 years? Maybe not. But things are going in that direction. Things are going in that direction. And, you know, sometimes there's some media hype over NFT, like artwork that sells for a cajillion amount of money, and we think it's something that's really not in our realm. But listen, NFTs they use NFTs for art, sporting cards, event tickets, music, photos, and you can see where event tickets, right? So that they couldn't be, they couldn't be faked. You can have confidence that you have an original ticket to a sporting event or any event actually, and it's something you can retain. And as a collectible, knowing that it's a verifiable original that cannot be duplicated and or faked. NFTs are unique because they are verified, one of a kind. Now, where this is going to probably affect us in the future for our own personal use is, if you can imagine, as of right now, things that can be faked, things that you would need to make sure they're verifiable, unique originals, like this is where our house deed will reside. It'll be an NFT in a blockchain because it's protected and it can be verified as the original. It cannot be faked by other people to be used as a fraud to take us, our money, or our property away from us with fraud. So you can see how in the future this is going to be part of our lives and for the betterment of it. Art can be faked. You can fake an autograph. You could fake, or you can take a Mona Lisa painting. You can reproduce that as a poster. It's a copy of the original. With an NFT, you can prove that a specific item is the original. Whoever holds the NFT can claim ownership of the original. And that's where NFTs are going to come into play for art, for collectibles, for things that can be faked, that need to be verifiable as the original. Now, NFTs are like cryptocurrency, which I really don't understand a lot about cryptocurrency. It's digital currency. I don't know a lot about that. But NFTs are like cryptocurrency in that they reside on blockchain. What the heck is blockchain? That's something else that, if you think about, visualize a website or an email. Your email is on a server. a computer. They're on a computer server, right? That is owned and or controlled by either a person and or a company. Blockchain is a huge amount of computers that talk to each other and cannot be hacked or manipulated by outside people or companies. So there are a bunch of computers. There's so many that they talk to each other, and it creates a chain of transactions which cannot be hacked into or changed. So let's look more into what a blockchain is, because we know NFTs are going to be reside there, and also cryptocurrency, which, believe it or not, are probably going to be a real thing that we deal with in the future. Already you can trade things with cryptocurrency. You can buy them. You can take payment as crypto. Some NFL players, they take part of their pay in cryptocurrency held on the blockchain. What is the blockchain? The blockchain is a method of recording information and or transactions that make it impossible, or at least extremely difficult, for the system to be changed, hacked, or manipulated. If not impossible, almost impossible to be changed, hacked, or manipulated. The blockchain is a bunch of computers. As I said before, they talk to each other. They're not controlled by outside people or companies. They are an entity within themselves. A large amount of computers, decentralized. So blockchain is a history of transactions, starting with transaction number 1. Okay, and it establishes trust, accountability, and transparency. Breaking down the blocks, okay? It's storing information, starting with transaction 1, and the information is held in batches that they call blocks. And the blocks are linked together sequentially to form a continuous line or chain, thus the name blockchain. So that's what a blockchain is. It's a history of transactions, starting with transaction 1, and it's a bunch of transactions that are held together in batches, blocks, and sequentially there are different blocks down the line as different transactions go on and on sequentially. I'm starting to get a little bit of a handle on this and how this is going to be beneficial to all of us in the future. A blockchain is a group of a lot of computers, decentralized, distributed public. So a blockchain is it's decentralized, distributed public ledger used to record transactions. Decentralized, computers from all over, linked together, and they're distributed to all these computers, public. It's like a public ledger, public diary of recording transactions that are going to reside on this blockchain that is very difficult, if not impossible, to hack or manipulate from outside people and or companies. And so that's what it is. And so now we have a little bit better understanding, at least I do, and that's why I want to share that with you, because it's something that we should probably spend a few hours on. Now, I know me specifically, I might mindlessly spend 5, 6, more than 10 hours a week mindlessly watching something on Netflix. Imagine, it might be to your benefit to spend 5, 6, 10 hours. Take a block of 5, 6 hours throughout the week. Do 1 hour a day. Start educating yourself a little bit. Educating yourself a little bit into NFTs, blockchain technology, systems, how they work, because eventually we may be dealing with this with our house deeds, our vehicle registration, our insurance policies, maybe our wills, that we're going to have these tangible items converted into digital format that we can verify as originals that we hold and are held on the blockchain so that outside forces can't get them, hack into them, and manipulate them. It's going to be for our benefit, and it's going to be for our benefit to educate ourselves into how these things work. And so I think today we touched a little bit on NFTs, non-fungible tokens, and the blockchain technology, a group of computers linked together that publicly record transactions, and they're protected from outside influence, hacking, or manipulation. is something that we may not have to deal with personally in the near future. 1-2 years, maybe not, but maybe so. Things change like this with technology, and so it's better that we look ahead. Let's get a little bit of a handle on these technology, specifically for us, you and me, in my demographic. Believe it or not, I'm over 60 years old, and I'm learning new technologies. My mother, 88 years old, learning new technologies. We have to learn these things, and so we're prepared when they come into our culture in a big way. Hey, I hope this helped, and if there's anybody you know that might benefit from seeing and or hearing this episode of the Cliffy Yates Show, grab the link, send it to them in a text message, and listen, if you're watching and or listening on YouTube, I want you to subscribe to the channel. I want you to hit that little bell next to the subscribe button. What that does is it's going to notify you when the next video comes out, and it tells the computer, hey, people are interacting with the show, and they'll show it to more people. And the same goes for a podcast platform if you're just listening to the audio version. Listen, more than liking, people that interact by leaving a comment, that holds a lot more weight. So, hey, let me know in the comments if you know or what you know about NFTs, blockchain technology. Do you already know this? Are you already using cryptocurrency? Are you already well versed? Can you teach me a little bit about it? And or did you learn something today with this episode? I hope you did. And if you think somebody else might benefit, share it with them. Hey, until the next episode, this is the Cliff Yates Show. See you on the next one.